Welcome to my Monk Mode update. I think this would be my third installment in the series, and hopefully, this is the start of something new. Well, in my Monk Mode, I had gone in with a few objectives in mind. One was to socialize, the bigger one was to land a job, the third one was to have an academic comeback, and the fourth one was to improve my overall quality of life. Let me give you a rundown on the things that I had set out for myself and how I have fared in that. On the social front, I think I have made tremendous strides and will continue to do so. On the job front, I am happy to announce that my initial fear of graduating without a job has been disproven not but once but twice, and I was in a fortunate position to choose. I had been in a similar position when I had graduated from the Hindu college, and it had been playing on my mind that I will graduate from the LSE, not being offered the same choice of employment that I had when I had graduated from my undergraduate university. Well, happy to say that that was not so, and I have two great options, and I have chosen to go along with the hedge fund called Rocos Capital Management here, based in London. The added advantage of this is that this is a city which I more or less know, and now hopefully I will also have funds that can sustain a lifestyle here, which I had not been able to do so when I was living on my parents' time or when I was a student here in London. In terms of my overall self improvement, I would say, it is a few steps forwards, it is a few steps backwards. I have not yet bitten the bullet and gone back to social media, and I think I'm quite grateful for that. I have improved my typing skills. I have read a few more books. In terms of my academics, I can't say that I did tremendously on them, and I did end up graduating with a distinction, but only just. In fact, I had distinctions in all my subjects, in all my core subjects, just on the edge, and didn't have the distinction in my finance core, finance elective. Sorry, that was also just by a whisker. So I certainly didn't knock it out of the park, and in hindsight, I could have done that, and perhaps this is something that I will look back on in a few years' time and say that perhaps I should have put in a bit more effort. But given my mental state at the time, I'm not sure I could have done much better. But and that is no excuse nonetheless. In terms of my sleep schedule, I have not been completely on the ball there, and I have also not been meditating as much as I wanted to. These are things which I hope to start off in the near future. As I finished the Monk Mode challenge, I can say that going inwards and uh, reflecting on your life and trying to dig deep has given me dividends in the areas that I did feel. I can't call it magic because, of course, what you put in, you get out. But it is also true that before I'd gone to Monk Mode, I had also applied for these jobs and I had not gotten anywhere. Whereas as soon as I got into Monk Mode, I think I went to one of the final rounds for Alba Tech, which was an M&A, which was also a good gig. I got callbacks from Predocs, and I also ended up converting the Rocos Capital Management role. So, well, does this thing work? Yes, I am the thinnest that I have ever been in as long as I can remember. I am lifting about as much as I used to lift even on my best days while being the thinnest. I've moved into a new house. I will hopefully start drawing a decent salary. I've gotten a new job, not one but two. I've graduated from the university with distinctions. It could have been much better, but it could have also been a lot worse. I've met people. I've been exploring those angles as well, and yeah. So things might look up. Of course, nothing is set in stone, and one must not get complacent. But I think that being more deliberate with my time and being more deliberate with myself will continue to give me dividends in the short and long run. And even if they don't, I hope to become as resolute as to weather the storms that I will inevitably face in my journey so far. I am also planning on starting, since I'm not on short form social media, which is Instagram, I am also trying to start something more deliberate on YouTube, because again, it will keep me accountable. And I think that given the gift that I have received, that the fortune has favored me in some sense, I want to be able to give back in some sort of guidance if there are any things that I can do, because I didn't really have too much guidance into what a hedge fund is, how do you talk, how do you dress, how do you prep for it, or what LSE is, how the exams are. So I think whatever my experience has been, if I'm able to plow that back in some way or the other, and if there's even a remote possibility that somebody else might get benefited from it, well then I think it is incumbent on me to try and do that. At the same time, I will also improve my public speaking. I will also improve my camera skills and my editing skills, and make use of the justification of the multiple monitor setup that I will have. And I think of the ways that one can spend their time, there are worse ways to do than to create content on social media. So with all that being said, I will leave you guys to it right now. Thank you for tuning in, and see you guys later. Thank you. Bye bye.